So good afternoon everyone. My name is Maurya Hanspal and this session is dedicated towards initial coin offering, session number 2. ICO stands for initial coin offering. If any of you could not make out what is an ICO in finance, ICO is the initial coin offering. And we had an initial session on initial coin offering in the previous week also. I'll write it down. Initial coin offering. So we try to understand what exactly do we mean by initial coin offering. And before that, one must always know the concept of an IPO. Okay? Because in an IPO, the initial public offer, the shares of the company get listed on the bourses. And by the bourses, I mean that on the stock exchange. In India, we have Sensex and Nifty. And if outside India, you have NYSE, S&P, Dow Jones, RTSE for Russia. You have DAX for Germany. You have FAX for Britain. You have FTSE for France. Right? So on like different indexes, if the company wants to list its shares for the first time, it's an initial public offering. But if the company wants to list its fund, in case of listing of a fund, it's a new fund offer. In the case of the mutual fund. But now, if the company wants to list its coin or the cryptocurrency, it's an initial coin offering. So one thing I would like to make very clear: these initial coin offerings are not so famous in India. They are not so famous in India, but they are outside India, where either the countries have adopted the ICOs as a legal tender, like for example in the El Salvador. El Salvador is a country in the Central America, and it recently adopted the cryptocurrencies or the tokens as a legal tender. But in all the other countries, they have not adopted it as a legal tender, but they have adopted it as an investment. Okay. So in the initial coin offering, the two scenarios can be there. The first scenario can be the company is coming up with its new coin. It means the company has already created its coin or token. And what is a coin and a token? Coin is something which has its own blockchain, and token is something which does not have its own blockchain and works on some others blockchains. Okay, because a large number of tokens they do not have their own network or their own platform, and they tend to work on the other platforms or blockchains. Okay, so first is the scenario when the token has already been created. It means all the investments have been done already. The token or the coin is completely ready to be bought and sold in the market. Okay, so now the question arises: can anyone make a token, or can anyone make a coin, the crypto coin, or can anyone make a new a non-fungible token as well, as we call it as the NFTs? Can anyone do it? Yes, anyone can do it. Even a layman person can do it, because they follow a decentralized mechanism, and there is no centralization that only RBI would be making the notes, or the Ministry of Finance will be making the 1 rupee coins and 5 rupee coins. Okay, anyone can make, but obviously there are huge expenses in it, because you'll have to pay like 60,000 rupees, 70,000 rupees, and sometimes even lakhs of rupees to make your own crypto and launch on the platforms. But that is possible, and you need to have certain money for that. Okay, so when we talk about the initial coin offering, the first scenario, the token is complete or the coin is complete, and the investment into that coin has been done. So in this case, the people are not asking you for the money. They're not saying you that we want money to make that crypto, or like we want money to make that coin. It has been made and it has come on the platforms. And by the platforms, I mean those apps or the platforms or tech companies on which you buy and sell the cryptocurrencies. Like for example, the Vazirex, it can be Coin DCX, Kuber. So all these platforms or all these tech platforms which give you the opportunity to buy and sell the crypto. So on these exchanges, the cryptocurrencies would come, and ultimately, like when they are being coming for the first time, so that is again like so on the first time, and the first people who purchase it, the money would be going to the person who has created it. Okay, and obviously, as same in the shares, like the buying and selling would go on, and that would be the trading in terms of the buying and seller, in which these persons who has created the crypto, they won't be involved. And the same thing can be for the coins as well, and the same thing can be in terms of the non-fungible tokens as well. We have talked about the NFTs and all. Like all those drawings, images, signatures, art, secret, all these things are literally being bought and sold in the market, as we call them as a non-fungible tokens or NFTs. So this is the first scenario when the company is not coming up in the market, to raise money. The company is coming up just with its final token and its coin or the non-fungible token NFTs, and the buying and selling takes place. The second scenario happens when the company wants investments. It means the coin has not been created. Not created. The coin has not been created. The token has not been created. The non-fungible token NFT has not been created. The company is asking the general public for money, that we want the money, तुम्हारा पैसा हमको चाहिए to create this token or this cryptocurrency or NFTs. So they're asking for money. So in return, like what the company can provide, obviously the company can provide a stake in their company if that company has a long-term view. Because a large number of companies that came into the market, and those were the fake companies or shell companies. And they just came, they took the money from the investors, they made their coins and got listed on the market, and then they went away. And since it's a decentralized mechanism and no one is like governing these mechanisms, and there is no authority over these mechanisms, then no one can even file the case in court, right? Because ultimately no one would be responsible. And in India especially, these things are kind of risky, because till now the cryptocurrencies have not been termed as legal or illegal. It's in the gray market somewhere. Okay, it's gray, I say. So not create. So what they're asking, so in return, these legible companies or the good companies that have a vision in the cryptos, they can offer you a stake in their company, or they can offer you a stake in their project. Like whatever earnings they get, if you opt for the stake in their company, like they would be giving that amount to you as a profit. Or if you are taking the stake in that cryptocurrency or that blockchain or that project of the company, they can give you a stake into that. Okay, so that is the main purpose, and also they can also give you like some facilities, because like basically like when we talk about a token can give you access to a particular service. And once you I'm talking about a token and not the crypto. So what basically happens in a token, when you buy a token, you get an access to that particular service, and that is just for one time. And once that token has been used, you cannot use it once again, because the validity of that token has gone. So similarly, they can give you some tokens additionally to prevail those services or enjoy those services, because you have put in money into those projects. Okay, so that you need to know. But a large number of scams happen here. यहाँ पे scams फिर भी कम होंगे, because the public is not involved directly, because the crypto is made and the coin is being listed. But in these cases, when people are taking away our money, and when you are investing into something, be it any security, be it shares, be it bonds, be it crypto, be it the private companies, unlisted companies, anything, you want a certain return on your investment. So if you are investing your money and they make the crypto and get it like listed on the market, and then they run away, few people got nothing. So if you're going for these ICOs, which are not in India as for now, even if they are there, they do not get much heat on that. Okay, even if this initial coin offerings are there in India, these companies do not get much heat, because crypto ka trend is there in the market, but these are not being valued by the government or the authorities or a large number of people. Okay, so beware of these things, because ultimately a large number of scams have happened into these fields, and people can take away your money, and that can further hamper the future projects of your investment also. Because the new age people, as we call them as the Robin Hood investors, and there's a large number of stereotyping in Robin Hood investors, because people talk about the Robin Hood investors are those people who came in this COVID pandemic when the market was down, and they enjoyed their returns. So when they talk about the market, they talk about only the stock market. But a large number of people who did not have knowledge about the markets and were just talking about the crypto heat or the crypto stuff. So what these people were exactly doing, instead of investing in stock market, these people also invested into the crypto market. Okay, so I personally believe the term which is being popularly emphasized or used in the present day scenarios, when they talk about the Robin Hood investors, are those people who came into the market for the first time, invested into the stock market, and they have never seen the bearish period. Those people were not only for the stock market, those people also came in for the crypto market, or the cryptocurrency tokens and the NFT markets, as we popularly call them as the Web 3.0. Okay, so the term of Robin Hood investors can be used for both of them.